The drama with Fisker is reaching new heights. It's getting weirder and the situation is spiraling out of control. In this video, we'll unpack the shocking SEC filing, unveiling the chaos at the La Palma headquarters, and reveal the critical issue of server migration that could leave your car bricked. I'm Patrick, I will be your host for today, and welcome to my channel. SEC filing. What's going on? When the SEC filing came the first time on my surface, I thought already, ooh, that's interesting. Because remember, we all felt somehow that there are weird stuff is going on, yeah? We have a lot of investors lost their money. There are a lot of promises been not held from the company, and also how things running, they are quite strange. And here is it where it's get very interesting. The SEC is not on board with Fisker's liquidation plan. They raised some concerns saying that Fisker's plan includes something called a non-consensual third-party release. That's a fancy way of saying that they want to protect some people from being held accountable without their consent. The SEC wants to make sure they can still enforce the regulation and keep their investigated powers intact. Keep thinking about what I said. The SEC likes to have all filings, all records. Because what does this mean? This means actually that the SEC thinks there is something fraudulent going on, and they like to keep on people personally, but also entity liability accountability. That means that, for example, the Fisker family or Henry Fisker could be, like one of the points they're looking forward to keep personal accountable, but it could be also higher manager could be involved in the whole scenario. So what do you think what this means for the Fisker family, or how this will keep on going with some managers out there? Let me know in the comment field. Well, coming to the second interesting issue. I think you guys heard about it, maybe you have seen already the pictures. The La Palma headquarter disaster. The abandoned mess they left, yeah? So, what happened? Fisker more or less disappeared out of their La Palma headquarters, and the landlord, which called Shamrock, found it in a unbelievable messy area, yeah, also in a mess, I need to say, yeah. So there have been hazardous waste, total chaos. They've been even, prototyping out of tone-shaped Alaskas and and the super sports car from Fisker there. So it needs to be a total disaster. He even said that people came on with their trucks, with their cars, with SUVs, putting stuff inside, and really nobody knowed actually what is going on. Fisker said, okay, they shifted something over to somebody who made an auction out of that, and they didn't do their job, but there is still no comment. Where is the link to the SEC here, you may ask yourself, and why everything comes together with a brick car? Well, imagine you would work in such environment. Imagine you would just shut down everything and run out. And then people coming in, taking files, documents, prototypes, leaving even batteries. We don't know if these are just 12 volt or if this is a massive battery for EV, stuff like that, hazardous waste there. Imagine what chaotic things are running through, yeah? And the biggest disaster even comes, which I'm coming with to talk about with my next point. Server migration, the digital dilemma. I remember I've been talking about that EVs could have an issues when somebody is going to get bankrupt. And guys, here now coming the big issue, yeah? It turns out that the data stored on Fisker servers, which are super important to keep the cars running, cannot be transferred to another location. Yep, you heard that right. Who've been reporting this, yeah? I can refer here to TechCrunch because they do a fantastic good job also following them up with, yeah? But here is the deal. American Lease was supposed to buy the 3,000 Oceans. They paid already a lot of money for these 3,000 Oceans. I think they paid nearly 35 to 40 million. Don't nail me down on the exact number, not the total amount. And now, while they have access to their, or like to get access to the source and like to program their own. Remember, I was talking about the deal in the previous video already, that they also bought, you know, like the software more or less. You can't migrate the servers. Can you imagine? That's a brake dealer. So what they tried to do is, yesterday there was normally a hearing, yeah. I don't get any information if it happened or not now. Where they say today is the it's Thursday, the 10th of October, by the way, yeah. So they try to stop it because they try to stop the deal now. That's a deal breaker. What does it mean for you guys? Why do you think this matters, yeah? Features, at least what we know now, as OTA, and remember 2.2 was supposed that you can make smooth OTA updates. I was already talking about that it's nonsense. Will not work. Features can be gone, as we see now with TomTom. Remote diagnostics gone. And again, American Lease tries to stop the hearing. So there's more in the scenes. And if you're looking on all the mess, for example, which been left behind, look on the SEC filing, which I previously talked about. Look on the La Palma mess. Look on now the server mess, yeah, that they made a deal without maybe knowing, or maybe they did it again by purpose to just get some money out of it, you know, like to keep their salaries alive or whatever, yeah. Add one and one together. It's crazy. The whole scenario here, how it looks together. But the most important question is, will your car get bricked or not? And I tell you, my biggest fear is that the car is getting bricked. If all these things, yeah, can be just switched off with the server, and you don't have anybody who's taking care anymore, you know, like about, for example, the code in the back, as we've seen at the moment with the keys. The keys, which are, for example, distributed by FOA, they also now offer directly from the provider. And you can also download, I think for $1,200, the code to program your keys. If nobody is taking control about the software for our cars, but this is an entire industry issue, by the way, yeah? This car can be maybe bricked. I told you I hear the rumors. And this is now where you need to really, really listen. I don't know, I can't verify if this is right. But the people came to me and said, Fisker been testing to migrate on a tiny group the server. And if this fails or the server is shut down, your screens are turning into black. That would mean the car is non-functional anymore. And you would have a bricked car driving here. Can you really imagine in which risks we as owner or somebody who's interested to buy this car is at the moment? Not only that functions are gone, for example, app access, which we already experienced, but also your key cannot walk, like navigation system, any single feature. Normally in modern standard cars, brakes, acceleration, and stuff like that is not connected to a server. But we don't know, because look on this mess. Look on this mess they're leaving. Look on any single thing which they doing wrong, as you can say so. So really, do you think it's a good idea to own that car? Are you feared? Do you think maybe I'm overheating the situation? Yeah, this is just what I found out. Leave me a comment. I also like to say thanks for all your support. Thanks for watching. It means a lot to me. Enjoy another video of mine. Otherwise, we see each other next time. Cheers. Bye bye.